Indian Army Common Entrance Examination aspirants held a peaceful protest near Rangapahar military station in Dimapur over cancellation of exam due to be held on 25 April 2022. Protesters vowed to continue steer if no action taken within 3 days. With finding of samples obtained from pigs found dead in Dimapur for suspected African swine fever still pending. Experts say other infections such as classical swine fever or porcine parvovirus might also be the cause of pig mortality. Nagaland Assembly Secretariat Staff Association and Joint Action Committee resume its indefinite agitation starting from Tuesday against reappointment of Dr. P. Antony. Association early suspended its agitation for 3 days after a request met by the 7-member parliamentary committee on June 15. The entire nation celebrates International Yoga Day across the various places with people in large numbers taking part to mark the occasion. Several programs also take place in Kohima and Dimapur on the occasion. Former Union Minister Yashwant Sinha named as opposition common candidate for the presidential poll. Opposition parties in a joint statement announces Sinha's candidature and appeal to all political parties including BJP and its allies to vote for Sinha, who quit TMC earlier in the day. Hello and welcome to Nagaland TV. This is your anchor Rovinya Lama and you're watching English Primetime. Now I shall read the news in details. The Indian Army Common Entrance Examination aspirants on Tuesday held a peaceful protest near Rangapahar military station in Dimapur over the cancellation of CEE exam which was to be held on 25 April 2022. Notably, aspirants from all over Nagaland and Assam joined the protest demanding reply and proper action to be taken within 3 days or they vote to continue with protests if no proper action was taken. The aspirant mentioned that they have cleared both physical and running tests 6 years back and that they were only waiting for the exam date. They further added that all their preparation have been wasted with the sudden cancellation of exam. Meanwhile, the aspirants are set to submit a memorandum to the Deputy Commissioner on this matter.
Part of Assam also. Actually, we are come here to demand our common entrance exam, and we have conduct recruitment on March 10 to 17, 2021. But due to lockdown, they have been postponing our exam, and still we don't have any information. And we have heard that the exam has been postponed. So we come here that the exam should be conducted. That's why, and we are demanding within the 3 days. More than 200 we are gathering from different districts of our Nagaland, and like we have said, we are demanding only that. Yes.
Have you spoken with the concerned someone with the?
We have talked with our colonel, and they told us that our memorandum will be submitted to the higher authority. No, we already submit to that higher authority. This like colonel. We want within 3 days. We are demanding. And if our demand is not satisfied, then we will take another step. We are
ASF Core Committee Convener, like a Joint Director Dr. Krekrekale Linyu, on Monday, Janaishi ki Gauri, the pig dead African swine. The Nagaland Assembly Secretariat Staff Association and Joint Action Committee on Monday decided to resume its indefinite agitation starting from Tuesday. The association had earlier suspended its agitation for 3 days after a request made by the 7-member parliamentary committee, headed by MLA Dr. Chotishu Sazo in a joint meeting with the NASA on June 15. However, JAC Secretary Sezoto Teo and NASA General Secretary Tali Renna declared that the two bodies had decided to continue its indefinite agitation starting from June 21 as the state government hasn't responded to its demand of revoking the appointment order of Dr. P. Gentoni to the post of Principal Secretary NLS Secretariat. The association has started agitating on the revocation of Dr. P. Gentoni appointment since June 3. The Naga National Council and Federal Government of Nagaland is scheduled to hold a joint meeting on June 27 at 10 a.m. in Transit Base Camp, Kohima. Notably, the meeting is set to mainly discuss on the ongoing Naga peace process situation and to further take stock of it, upon which all the central authorities, regional authorities and high-ranking Naga Army officers of the NNC and FGN have been requested to attend the meeting positively. The Cameron Menu Hoikam were stunned over the former Noklak Deputy Commissioner Rani Wilfred appeal to transfer his trial from POSCO Court in Tuensang to the nearest court, expressing anxiety of not getting free and fair trial in Tuensang Court. The organization sternly maintained that the case cannot be transferred from Tuensang to Kohima. The former DC of Noklak is charged under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act on allegation of sexual misconduct against two minor girls at Noklak. After a formal complaint was filed at Noklak Police Station, the POSCO Court in Tuensang had earlier postponed the trial of the former Noklak DC's case to June 21 after the accused failed to appeal in court on May 24. The organization stated that they have made numerous appeals to the court for justice and multiple requests to the government for disciplinary action against the accused. A deaf ear has been turned against them, and rather that the accused has been transferred from one department to another department. The organization further stated that the victims are in no position to submit the transfer of case from Tuensang to Kohima. Also replying on the accused's statement on his life being threatened, the organization urged the government to provide security to the accused. A mass yoga demo and pipe band display for School of Kohima District was organized by Kohima Battalion of Assam Rifle at Indira Gandhi Stadium in Kohima on Monday. Notably, a total of 426 students and 62 teachers and staff from 46 schools from Kohima took part in the event. It is to be mentioned that an instructor from the internationally renowned foundation, The Art of Living, conducted the yoga session and celebrated the Yoga Day with the student and the team of Assam Rifle during the program. The school children were made aware about various yoga postures, their benefits for health and for improving focus on studies. The near 1 hour of yoga session was followed by a display by the pipe band of Kohima Battalion of Assam Rifle, in which the pipers and drummers mesmerized the spectators with their performance. Thereafter, the school teachers were felicitated by Assam Rifle, while the winner of yoga and NE photographic contest organized by Kohima Battalion in early June 2022 were also felicitated. The Gaspani Battalion Assam Rifle, in collaboration with School of Agriculture, Science and Rural Development, Nagaland University, Mazafima campus celebrated the 8th International Day of Yoga at the school campus auditorium. The program was observed under the theme Harmony and Peace. The yoga was conducted by Urmila, a faculty members of an international foundation called Art of Life. Urmila stated that there are 5 elements that make up the human body, namely earth, water, air, fire and space. She explained that when these 5 elements are in balance and harmony, the body is free from sickness. However, if any of the element is imbalanced, the body becomes sick. In light of the context, Urmila says no to look at yoga as only for the body, as yoga helps with the body, mind and soul to be in harmony and peace.
My Art of Living laga faculty ase aro aji International Yoga Day nimite aji School of Agriculture, Science and Rural Development aro 7 Assam Rifle kan la invitation pra aji yate ahigina Yoga Day celebration te part loise खुशी पाइसे योगा तो सब मानु भी करिब लागे किले कइले योगा तो खाली आमाखान योगा कइले माने we should not take it to other sense खाली योगा तो हले गाव ভাল निमिते ना आमी खान ला बॉडी माइंड और स्पिरिट तो हार्मोनी दि থাকিবলে কাৰণে হে योगा আছে तो आमाखान ला बॉडी तो बेसिकली 5 एलिमेंट्स पर बना আছে वाटर एलिमेंट अर्थ एलिमेंट वाटर एलिमेंट air element, fire element, aro space element. Aro itu pasta element para ami khan la body to ase. Aro as long as itu pasta element to ama khan laga gao te balance thake, ami khan laga gao to bimar free thake. Aro ama khan gao bhal thake. Aro kitia itu pasta element bitore ekta bi imbalance hoise gole ama khan bimar kure. To itu it's a very simple. Yoga to itu pasta element to balance kuribole ase. First of all, to amahan sas loa to bal bara lobo lage. Secondly, to amahan pani to basic khabo lage. Pani khaise koile mane he amahan detox kuribole paribo. Toxins kan to amahan gao bara phelabole paribo. Aro asanas ase itu postures ase. Few postures ase itu postures to kurise koile amahan laga joints kan to free hoi jai.
As the entire world on Tuesday celebrated the World International Day of Yoga, a program was also held at Kisama Heritage Village, where Minister of State for Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Government of India, Kaushal Kishore, graced in as the special guest. Furthermore, highlighting the benefits of practicing yoga in one's daily life, State Minister for Health and Family Welfare, Pangyu Pom, said yoga is the pride of Indian motivation for better health system. He further added saying that yoga plays an important role in one's everyday life, both physically and spiritually. It is to be mentioned that Pom further urged all ages of people to practice yoga regularly. Earlier, Advisor Urban Development Nekisale Nikikiri delivered the welcome address.
Yoga has many health benefits. We must make it an instrument to help grow and give check our health system. This is why the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, has proposed to the world to celebrate 21st June as International Day of Yoga in 2014. The United Nations General Assembly accordingly made the day as International Day of Yoga, which is the pride of India and Modi ji, innovation for better health system. Because yoga has many health benefits.
A driving etiquette seminar was held at Noklak SP office and Noklak traffic police point on Monday evening by Noklak police. Notably unfilled to block bike riders, Noklak president and members of Drivers Union Noklak Student Police Cadet Noklak participated in the program. It is to be mentioned that during the seminar, bike riders and drivers were informed about traffic rules, section of Motor Vehicles Act, documents that need to be carried by drivers, pollution norms, first aid hours, drunken driving and its consequences, no use of mobile phone while driving, use of seat belt, importance of helmet for riders and a pilot rider, overspeeding, overriding and other legal procedures. Meanwhile, the initiators also distributed helmets and pasted safety sticker on vehicles along with Noklak Police as community policing initiative. An accident occurred near Kukidolong village between a Tata pickup truck and motorbike at around 12:30 p.m. Notably, the bike rider sustained injuries to his head and face. Following the collision, Assam Rifle troops from nearby outposts at Kukidolong immediately rushed to the accident site and carried out rescue operation, and immediate first aid was provided to the injured biker. The injured person was then shifted to referral hospital in Dimapur for further treatment. In a rewarding response to effort to spread awareness for protecting endangered species in Nagaland, an endangered Chinese pangolin was rescued in Sataka town by one Changwang Konyak from his locality. It has been reported that the rescued Chinese pangolin was handed over to Tizu Valley Biodiversity Conservation and Livelihood Network, and the creature was later released into the Sukhai Community Conservation Area. The human ache of Changwang Konyak has gained applause from people and the network team leader Ivan Zimomi. Zimomi also expressed gratitude for releasing the creature in a safe area far from human settlement. As part of the Seva Shushashan or Garib Kalyan Parv program commemorating 8 years of BJP, the BJP Wokha district in collaboration with the office of the CMO Wokha organized a mega free medical camp. The camp was organized at Longsa Cultural Hall on the 20th June 2022. Speaking at the program, the Wokha district BJP president Y. Konyak stated that even though a veteran politician Dr. T.M. is no more, God is raising a genuine leader in the person of Ranpongting Izung, where the villagers can look upon him as God's chosen leader in the making BJP State Council member. Ranpongtang Izung in his speech stated that the motive behind sponsoring this mega free medical camp at his village was to make everyone in the village to stay healthy. Deputy CMO Zuban Kikong thanked the people for the large gathering and for their interest in keeping their health their top priority. The camp provided dental team, leprosy and malaria, and the public cold eval tests such as diabetes, HIV, TB respectively. Several districts of the state on Monday held the basic firefighting training and fire safety audit inspection program. Notably, Kohima, Wokha, Peren, Pak, Mokochung and Zunabuto were among the districts who organized the training program. It is to be mentioned that the main objective of training was to spread mass awareness on fire safety and the code of practice. It may also be mentioned that the training included basic firefighting, fire safety inspection and audit, handling of extinguisher, fire prevention and protection system, and forest fires. Eden High Secondary School Dimapur felicitated its successful HSLC and HSSLC student on June 15 at the school chapel hall in the presence of the Lota Baptist Church pastor deacons. The school managing board members, teachers and all the students, notably the student who got distinction in various subjects and the first division holders, were presented with cash award and a certificate, while the subject teachers were also given prizes in appreciation for their hard work. Meanwhile, the school official website was also launched on the same day. In a bid to popularize skating as sports in Nagaland, a group of 50 young skaters from the state today organized a skater meet outside Raj Bhavan in Kohima. The main objective of the meeting, organized for the very first time, was to encourage one another to build a friendly community when most of the youngsters are mostly involved in social evils and substance abuse. While speaking, Kato Meadow, a member of the Nagaland skate community, said that the sport is a recreational event and can be picked up by the youngster easier and become a sports person. He further added that the meet was organized to help one another build and encourage the sportsman spirit, although skateboard is a new sport the youngsters are picking up in recent times.
Totally organized cruise na noina. Like chutung to organized kuna se Nagaland skateboard community kuna na se, and then man members to 50 maximum na tayo, and then Oka Dimapur hani is there. Like kami kili na mangkit Instagram hani take kurai na la manu is there. Ajilado like man go skate days na ajido so ito na any events na ili na ita organize ko tayo siya ili pani gear na bisi manu do turn up ko na then man ahya manang any chutum to activities kuma tayo lesin man na itu skate community la do form ko do 2022 de grise this year na but man do kilo 2019 ra start grise kilo na so our activities are, I mean, plan even this time in Noinaro, like ahila Monday na ko ina bamnasi. Then monita
Assam Rifle, in a joint operation with the Arunachal Pradesh Police, apprehended one overground workers of National Socialist Council of Nagaland Unification from Senua village in Longding district of Arunachal Pradesh on Sunday. Notably, based on a specific inputs, the official apprehended the OGW of NSC and U along with a wooden replica of granite. Furthermore, the apprehended OGW along with the recovered items was handed over to Longding police for further investigation. In view of the approaching inter-district badminton tournament at Longland from 22nd to 26 August, the Chumukedima District Badminton Association has scheduled a selection trial on June 24 and 25 at NAPTC Indoor Badminton Stadium. The CDPA informed that the club would be initiating registration drive under Chumukedima District. Interested clubs, school, colleges or any institution can register with the association by paying a sum of ₹2,000. The association has also provided contact details, and for necessary information, one can contact CDBA Joint Secretary at 9365 438 005 or send email at 2021, that is 2021, cdba@gmail.com. With all the major rivers in spate, the flood scenario in Assam remains dire, affecting over 47 lakh people and claiming 11 more lives. Meanwhile, Assam Chief Minister Himanta, taking down to Twitter, informed that Union Home Minister Amit Shah called him to inquire about the state of affairs and further mentioned that a team of officials will soon be sent by the Ministry of Home Affairs to assess the damages caused by the natural calamity. It is to be mentioned that Assam has been reeling under devastating floods over last 1 week, impacting 47,72,140 people in 32 of the 36 districts. As Assam continues to get better by flood situation, the Dalai Lama pledged to donate funds for victims of Assam flood and help people rebuild their lives. Reportedly, the Dalai Lama, in a letter to Assam Chief Minister Dr. Sharma, disclosed that he will donate from the Gadan Podrang Trust of the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama also expressed his solidarity with the people of Assam and also condoled those who lost their lives in the nature ferry. Indian Meteorological Department on Monday predicted widespread rainfall over the next 5 days in all of Northeast, including Nagaland. Notably, isolated heavy rainfall is likely to continue over Assam and Meghalaya during next 5 days, while Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura are likely to receive similar precipitation on June 23 and 24. In addition, the west coast of India is also likely to receive intense rainfall during the next 5 days. On the occasion of International Day of Yoga, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday stated that yoga is becoming a way of life and has become a source of inspiration for health, balance and cooperation. With India celebrating Yoga Day at a time when the country is celebrating its 75th years of independence, Prime Minister stated that it is the acceptance of that Amrit spirit of India which gave energy to India's freedom struggle. It is worth mentioning that Prime Minister, who is currently on a 2-day visit to Karnataka, performed yoga at the main event of the 8th edition of the International Day of Yoga in the heritage city of Mysuru. In relation to the occasion, mass yoga demonstrations are being organized at 75 icon locations across the country to witness the glorious history of India. PM further noted that experience of collective yoga at the historical site of India is like tying together India's past, India's diversity and India's expansion.
It means yoga brings peace for us. The peace from yoga is not only for individuals. Yoga brings peace to our society. Yoga brings peace to our nations and the world. And yoga brings peace to our universe. This might feel an extreme thought to someone, but our Indian sages have answered this with a simple mantra. Yat pinde, tat brahmande. This whole universe starts from our own body and soul. The universe starts from us. And yoga makes us conscious of everything within us and builds a sense of awareness. Yoga makes us conscious, competent, and compassionate towards these challenges. Millions of people with a common consciousness and consensus, millions of people with inner peace will create an environment of global peace.
The parliamentary board meeting of the Bharatiya Janata Party is currently underway, whereby it is likely to finalize its pick for the elections slated to be held on July 18. Earlier, the BJP formed a 14-plus member management team to oversee the election, whereby Union Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat is the convener of the team. It is also to be mentioned that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also joined the meeting via video conferencing. It may be mentioned that earlier on Sunday, the BJP chief JP Nadda held a key meet to brainstorm on the upcoming election where members of the management team including senior leaders like Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, Ashwini Vaishnav, J. Kishan Reddy, Arjun Ram Meghwal, Vinod Taude, C.T. Ravi, Sambit Patra and others were present. It is to be mentioned that the last date for filing nomination is June 29, while the polling will take place on July 18 and the votes will be counted on July 21. Former Union Minister in the Atal Bihari Vajpayee-led NDA government, Yashwant Sinha, has been named as opposition common candidate for the presidential poll on Tuesday. The opposition parties in their joint statement announced Sinha's candidature and appealed to all political parties, including BJP and its allies, to vote for Sinha. Furthermore, a committee has been set up to steer campaign for Yashwant Sinha. BJP NDA has not yet announced their candidates for the poll. However, it has been reported that a candidate is likely to be announced after the parliamentary board meeting scheduled today. Filing a nomination has already begun with its last date as June 29. Voting for the presidential poll is scheduled to be held on July 18. Amid speculation going around following Shiv Sena Minister Eknath Shinde and 21 MLAs suddenly going incommunicated, Minister Shinde in a tweet reiterated that they would never cheat for power. Shinde tweeted that he is a staunch Bale Saheb Thackeray Shiv Sainik and he would never abandon the teaching of Bale Saheb Thackeray. As per sources, Shiv Sena leaders Eknath Shinde and the 21 MLAs are campaigning in Gujarat. Meanwhile, the BJP commented that if Eknath Shinde proposes to join forces and form government in Maharashtra, they would consider the proposal. Maharashtra BJP President Chandrakant Patil on Tuesday accused Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut of creating trouble that led to the breakup of Shiv Sena and BJP alliance. Patil also commented that the BJP has no role in the current political crisis in Maharashtra. Patil accused Raut of damaging the state based on instruction from someone else. Patil further claimed that his has no information regarding the ongoing crisis within the Shiv Sena party. He also ruled out BJP role in Shiv Sena Minister Eknath Shinde and 21 MLAs suddenly going incommunicated. Patil went on to say that if Eknath Shinde proposes to join forces with the BJP to form government in Maharashtra, his party would consider. Congress President Sonia Gandhi on Monday was discharged from Sir Ganga Ram Hospital, where she was admitted for COVID-19 related issues. 8 days ago, the hospital discharge comes barely there. 3 days before the Congress chief is scheduled to appear before the Enforcement Directorate in money laundering case linked to the National Herald case on June 23. Notably, Gandhi was admitted to the hospital on June 12 following COVID-related complication and bleeding from nose. Samyukta Kisan Morcha is set to hold nationwide protests on June 24 against the Center Agnipath military recruitment scheme. The decision for the protest was taken during a meeting of the Coordination Committee of SKM in Karnal. Notably, Bharatiya Kisan Union planned protest for June 30 is also set to take place on the same day, upon which farmer leaders Rakesh Tikait urged the support of youth, civil society and political parties for the demonstration. With the ongoing veteran bowler Ravichandra Ashwin has no travel to the United Kingdom with his teammate for the upcoming Ekbatson Test, scheduled to be held from July 1 to 5. Ashwin is currently in quarantine and will only join the squad after meeting all protocols requirement. The rest of the Indian team had left for England on June 16. The BCCI stated that they are hopeful that Ashwin will recover well in time before their match starts on July 1. However, Ashwin might miss the practice game against Leicester. The Test team will then take on England in Birmingham to complete the last of the 5-match Test series that came to an abrupt halt last year, with India currently leading 2-1 after the Edgbaston Test. India and England will play each other in 3 ODIs and 3 T20s. This is all for now. For more updates, keep watching Nltv.
New YY Dynamite Instant Noodles. It's extra spicy. Taste that will blow your mind.